Meanwhile, here's Gramatica. Romo holds. 19-yard field goal attempt. Oh, it is fumbled by Romo, and then Romo's going to run to the end zone, and he's going to get tackled by Jordan Babineau. Amazing.
Unbelievable.
How crazy is this?
There is nothing automatic in football. Oh, the ball just slipped out of his hands.
Yep.
It was a good snap. And he went to put it down, and it just slipped.
McDermott is the snapper. And the kick is no good! Wow! Go figure. Oh, baby, yeah. It's time to pray to the heavens, Michael. You're right. No good. Not even close.
Let's look at these laces one more time. Jeff Locke, the holder, is going to try and put it down, and bingo, looking right back at the kicker. And I'm telling you, psychologically, sometimes that can get a kicker, but there's no way to practice making a 3-foot putt.
In this situation, 2nd and 1. Flacco to the end zone, and it's knocked out at the last minute. It was Sterling Moore who took it away from Torrey Smith.
Caught a lot of people off guard.
It was Evans this time.
What a throw by Flacco. Gets it in there. The defender, Sterling Moore, never able to turn around, and that was an incomplete pass.
Look at this right here. Sterling. Here comes Billy Cundiff to tie this game, and in all likelihood send it to overtime. The last 2 years, 16 of 16 in the fourth quarter on field goals. 32 yards to tie it. And the kick, look out! Look out! It's no good! It's no good! The hold by Cook, trying to spin it around. Did not quite get the laces all the way, but just a 32-yarder. And Cundiff, a Pro Bowl kicker a year ago. Wide left from 32.
Well, the Ravens, a couple good plays at the end, Jim. You think they're going to run the draw, get the first?
Play clock at 5. Pass is intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler. Unreal. Malcolm Butler, who almost made the phenomenal play that wound up in Percy's arms. There are flags on the field for a celebration. Amazing. Butler, a rookie free agent out of West Alabama.
They tried a pick play, Al. They tried to go here, but he beats them to the punch. And I'm sorry, but I can't believe the call.
Me neither.
I cannot believe the call. You've got Marshawn Lynch in the backfield. You've got a guy that's been borderline unstoppable in this part of the field. I can't believe the call.
And there is Brady. As demonstrative as ever, and Richard Sherman.
Cousins surveys, pulls it down, throws, and he's picked. Intercepted by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And that could very well end the year for Washington. second interception, second turnover of the game as well, and it's a backbreaker for the Redskins.
Well, Devin Kennard, he's going to be the one who puts the pressure. He doesn't get a sack, but it's the pressure by him that forces Cousins to slide to his left and try to make a throw to Garcon without being able to plant his feet and then lead him across the middle. He's open, but Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie in a trail technique and a ball then thrown behind.
Later on, he did soldier on in this game that it's a 19-7 game and Russell Wilson gets on the tip drill. But why
are you falling down?
Morgan Burnett slides.
The game is not over.
With 5 minutes to go.
Man, what is wrong with you?
Well, Jermaine Kersey went off of his hands, so he was having a rough day at this point, to say the least. But the Packers would just run the ball and forced Seattle to use 2 of its timeouts. They decided not to call a timeout here and save 1 more timeout, which was an interesting move. So Mike McCarthy kicks the ball back to Seattle. 3 and change to go. Complete to Doug Baldwin, trying to get out of bounds. He cannot, so the time is still ticking.
Doug Baldwin made some plays when they needed him to make some plays today.
2nd and 10, 3 minutes to go. Russell Wilson throws it for Marshawn Lynch, who tiptoes the sideline, and it's ruled a touchdown, except for the fact
Thank God we have replay.
Well, his gold sole shoes showed clearly he was stepping out of bounds way further back. But
so happy we have replay.
Instead, Marshawn Lynch gets it inside the 5, and Russell Wilson takes it in from there, and he scored before the 2-minute warning.
Why does the defender always look like it was somebody else's guy?
19-14. Stephen Hauschka, do you kick it deep and you go onsides? The Seahawks go onsides, and it's a good decision because it works.
Jordan Nelson waiting on that ball.
Brandon Bostic goes to jump for the ball.
He won't jump no more.
And it goes off of his helmet and into the hands of Chris Matthews.
Look at Coach Day. What are you hands? He was on the front line blocked. Jordy Nelson is there waiting for the ball.
So instead, the Seahawks now have the ball back at midfield, and Russell Wilson, first play, pulls it out from Marshawn and takes it to the 35-yard line with even a tick before the 2-minute warning. Now, unbelievably, the Seahawks might be scoring too quickly from the 32-yard line. First down, Luke Wilson. Silent L is somewhere within his name. Luke Wilson with the first down moves forward. Next play on the Packers 24. And here comes Marshawn Lynch running downhill.
I love watching how he stops everybody and shakes your hand politely. I'm a beast, but I'm going to handle this mode like a gentleman.
It's a touchdown, 20-19. If we ask Steve Mariucci, what does the book say you should do? Go for 2.
Now this play
and
makes
they
me
do,
mad.
And it looks like the play is blown up.
Oh, my God.
Russell Wilson buying time. A prayer to Luke Wilson, and it is answered.
Can somebody tweet me and tell me what was Clint Dix doing?
Well, he was a ball hawk all day, making plays with the ball all day and did not hear.
I actually got angry at that point. I don't care who wins. I just really I like good football. You got to make that play as a defensive back.
And that would be a huge 2 points because Aaron Rodgers had more than enough time left and all 3 timeouts, and he hardly needed them because he kept moving the ball down the field quickly. Jordy Nelson to the 38-yard line of Green Bay, 15 yards. Next play, a minute 2 left. Rodgers to Cobb over the middle, now on the plus side of the field. Next play, 43 seconds to go. Aaron Rodgers buying time, extending the play with his one good leg. What does he do? All sorts of green grass in front of him. He limps his way out of bounds. First down. Mason Crosby is in field goal range. 3 plays later, 3rd and 10 for the Seahawks, 36-26. Ticks to go. Aaron Rodgers throws it to Jordy Nelson to get his field goal kicker 6 yards closer.
An awesome throw, man.
Richard Sherman one-handed, he brings him down. You got a one-legged quarterback, a one-armed cornerback, and you got a guy with 2 good legs coming out, and he sweeps one leg through the ball, and it goes through the uprights. And of course, we have overtime in this insane contest.
Discount double check.
22-22. 116-0.
Wow,
the
what a
Packers
game.
lose the lead, but we go into overtime, and you remember Seattle beat Denver in overtime in this building earlier this year by getting the ball to start overtime and not allowing Peyton Manning to take the field and take a single snap. And Russell Wilson on 3rd and 6 finds Doug Baldwin, who is trying to be redemptive right here. Obviously, we know he dropped the ball. He put one on the ground earlier in the game for a punt return. We talked about how Jermaine Kearse had a very tough day, but to wrap it up, a walk-off touchdown grab by Kearse. And the Seattle Seahawks down 16-0 at the half. 5 turnovers in the game, 4 by their quarterback, are going back to the Super Bowl, the NFC champion, Seattle Seahawks.
Keenum's going to try to work the ball on the boundary.
Keenum steps into it. Pass is caught. Diggs! Sideline! Touchdown! Unbelievable! Vikings win it!
See Marcus Williams here. He has a shot. I'm not sure really what he's thinking, Joe. He comes in, he's got him dialed in, and all he's got to do is make a play. And even if he catches it, you tackle him in bounds, the game is over. And I know Diggs, he's catching this, he's expecting somebody to hit him. And he turns around, heck, nobody's there. And he's off to the races, and it's pandemonium.
61 brilliant yards for Stephon Diggs. And Case Keenum has just taken the Minnesota Vikings to the NFC Championship game in a game.
And he's going to leave it all on the field. Great game today by Dez Bryant.
And with that pass, Tony Romo goes over 500 yards for the day. And here it's time to have a Cole one, as in Cole Beasley getting in from a few yards out. His 5th TD toss, our 4th Jerry shot, and the Cowboys have the lead. But here come the Broncos. Manning to Welker for 16 yards, gets it down to the goal line. No, Sean Moreno would take it in from there. We're tied at 48, but we're down around the 2-minute mark. Tony Romo and
Ain't know that man.
Yeah, Danny Trevathan with the pickoff as he just lays out, and there's your other Jerry shot. Not as happy as the other ones.
Yeah. And great job by the backside backer here is that Tony doesn't see him. He jumps over to the other side, makes a great pick on the play, actually, but Tony's looking to the front side, doesn't see that backside backer jumping in front of his receiver.
So the Broncos have the ball deep in Dallas territory. Time's on their side, and here's how Peyton Manning plays it. Manning to Demaryius Thomas for the 13-yard gain. Then they start making Dallas use some timeouts. They kneel down. They could have rushed in for a touchdown. They didn't, so they set up Matt Prater instead from 28. And guess who's 5-0?
Got to go outside to one of the receivers at a double move.
Hands in the pocket. Flags out. Ball's picked. Ball's intercepted and comes out of the hands of Ward for a moment.
Offside. Defense, number 55, lined up in the neutral zone. The 5-yard penalty will replay 3rd down.
Can you believe it? He's right there. And he is. He's over the blue by quite a bit.